I'm fuming.
You've been on the hot seat, I've been on the hot seat for so long! I need secret, you lucky
Each night I pray, I don't wake up. I give my love to which you could. Each night I pray, I don't wake up. I give my love to which you could.
Yeah, the last few races have been down and up. Maybe we got a touch complacent in that, like, we had the summer break and things were great, but we always knew that this bike needs to continue to develop. And Champery was basically just kicking the arse, like, we need to get back on the feedback, data and communication to make sure that medium term and long term we go in the right direction with the bike. We're going into the last 3 rounds.
Welcome to Lenzerheide, round 8.
You've got 6. Surprisingly.
Yeah, I've got to have another game. That was pretty cool. Multi-presses all at mine! Oh no, I pressed the boot!
What's it like out there?
Oh, it's pretty rough.
I felt like I could do a mediocre run all year and there's no way I'd be outside the top 10.
Come on, come on. Fuck. No, she's fucking, she's not.
Once again, to the main goal now to get into qualifying 1, not having to do that extra run this afternoon.
No, you won't be doing
A very few.
Tahnee out of the course moment in one of the steep sections, so I had to walk back up and get back on, which she ended up about 24th.
You alright? Yeah. So I'd never really even considered going into Q2.
The whole race can be lost in that moment.
What if I have a mechanical, if I crash again, that's me not in finals? You know what you can be? Queen of Q2! How good is that? I just thought I'd just have to stay on, like I can't overcook it, I can't undercook it, just do a safe, clean run that was going to get me through.
So here comes Tahnee Secret in pit.
Hot seat, wenn man so möchte.
Out again. So so nervous.
Yeah, well, standout.
It just plays tricks on your mind, so I'm really happy to get down. There was no way I wanted to miss out on Lenzerheide because I just had such a good feeling. I had a few things to do on race morning to make myself feel good on track. Bike felt good, my lines felt good. This is where I feel comfortable and I'm going to maximise that, and I know that where I feel comfortable and where I feel fast, I will be fastest.
Seagrave in the start gate earlier than we would have been used to seeing her. And she put herself into the hot seat by the bottom of this run for Orbea FMD Racing.
Come on, let's have a fucking good one from this thing. Come on. Go on. Go on. Come on. I think she was 6 or 7 seconds up at split 3, and I knew that if she could push it, the more cushion she had against the next girls coming through. So we need to keep pushing. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Tahnee crossed the line. She came straight over to myself and Tony and was not satisfied with the run.
I did make a really big mistake in the one sector that I was already slow, and I thought, and it was right before the motorway section, I thought I'd lost it.
She was like, not sure I've got it, I'm not sure if I'll even be on podium.
It didn't feel like the greatest run, but then she just had to sit there and see how it turned out.
For some reason, the week racing just felt kind of like everything just went and fell into place.
Orbea FMD Racing are sitting 1 and 2.
Phoebe crossed the line. It was a couple of seconds down, but I knew that Phoebe's time was reasonably good as well, so she'd probably be there for a little while.
Like, just did all the steps necessary for a good run, and it kind of worked. So I think it made me kind of believe that I can do it again.
You're on the hot seat. I've been on the hot seat for so long.
You're sitting next to Tahnee as well.
Yes!
Her finals run was really impressive to watch. She looked powerful, she looked strong. She looked like the Phoebe of 2024.
Phoebe on the hot seat actually said like, oh, you've never won in Lenzerheide before, and I was like, I just don't think it's today.
And as those riders came down the hill and ticked off, one by one, they weren't meeting Tahnee's time.
But I've looked at every other rider's timed runs and quali runs, and I know where they've made time and I know where they've lost time.
And then Nina Hoffman dropped.
Hoffman leaves the start hunt.
And Nina Hoffman was putting down a solid run.
This is looking really, really good from Nina Hoffman.
Because Nina can really pull something out, like something special, a little bit unpredictable when it comes to race runs.
Lead extended through the runs.
Oh, 0.1 of a second increase!
There's absolutely nothing in it here in Lenzerheide.
Everyone else lost time in the very bottom split. And I knew that Nina wasn't fast there because of the analysing I'd done. I thought, I think I've got this.
It was so tight. If you were to watch Tahnee and Nina cross the line side by side, you wouldn't see any difference in it.
You motherfucker!
Tahnee Seagrave, you lucky fuck! And it was so close. It was so close. It was a lot closer than I thought it would be.
Pretty tight. Tahnee just beat Nina by 0.061 of a second. Valley just left the gate. Tahnee's sitting first. Last one down. So.
And she's up by 43 hundredths of a second. Yes! Yes!
The emotion of being a father first, and then what we've done for the team.
Fuck yeah, go on!
All of that pours out when there's another win.
Yes!
I can't hide that, and I never want to hide that because I want to show her how fucking stoked I am for her.
Yeah, I was so happy. I was just like, in a time in my cycle that just did not make sense for me to perform. And I was just like, great. But you start focusing on the smaller things like hydration and food and sleep and all the things that actually are so beneficial to how you're going to feel on race day. And when there's so much effort put into that, the rest is kind of breezy.
And she secured her 3rd win of the season, which matches her personal best from 2017.
To create the success that day, there's a whole team behind her that get her into that start hut.
Such a good race. It was really good to just win it, and the huge bottle of champagne got passed around very quickly, and I took a lot of swigs.
Everything comes out, and I like to celebrate with everyone else as well. I was so happy for Phoebe. We know what she's capable of. You know, we saw that last year and we're seeing that again now.
Phoebe got another 6th. She'd had 6th previously in the 2025 season, but this 6th, she only stood 4 seconds back from the win.
The results are good, but the performances are really good, and she's a lot more content and a lot more consistent.
The way Phoebe finished the race in Lenzerheide is the way she should be starting those races.
Pattern, that's a Phoebe Gale thing. That needs to be solved almost, because you can't build a professional career on peaking at the end of the season type thing, you know.
But it was such a good step in Lenzerheide, and I'm so pleased for her. Come on, stay there, stay there, stay there.
It's always like, I'm just hungry for more.
Yeah, you need to be. We can be. And the bike is fast, we just won a World Cup. Come on, Mark. Come on, Mark. Come on.
Veteran American.
It's unlucky. It's just how it is.
His leg.
Fuck, I know.
Surgery seems to have been success.
The biggest problem we got is Tahnee just proved it's fast.
In a few seconds here, he's going to
Exactly.
Comes running to my head, and I feel the love is sad. I'm loving angels instead.
Welcome to America. We're here in Lake Placid for round 9. One thing I've taken away from this year is how much belief I have in my ability. This time last year, like qualifying one race, whereas this year I've qualified for all of them but one, which was mechanical. We're sort of struggling with the bike a bit at that higher end. On that last 10%, I said from the get-go, the bike doesn't always feel good, but it's fast. And that translated to doing really good results. Like we've all been in the top 10, some of my best ever results. Marty's gone from not qualifying to on the fucking podium. What Marty and myself are doing makes me really believe that we're very talented riders. So that's a really cool takeaway from the season so far.
It's a challenge for us European teams When we come to North America, it's our first year with Orbea and we've already started something. You know, this is the first year that we actually do feel a little bit more comfortable. You still haven't got all your home comforts. And those things we just have to try and work around, and we do it the best we can. But ultimately, yeah, it's just carry on doing what we're doing because we're doing it really well.
You want a real answer or you want a comedy answer?
I want a real one.
We're in Whiteface, New York. The views are nice, the vibes are high. The track looks sandy.
I love my job.
I love my job. Yeah, USA, baby.
USA! Marty, could you jump from up there to there?
Out of the little shark fin and just push it.
Right here.
After Lenzerheide, Tahnee had an issue with her back. She couldn't actually physically walk properly.
I don't usually walk like this. I'd had like a midsummer injury on my back and it's just got worse every time I ride.
We were getting a bit worried about her back and her body, and the fatigue on both was a worry. What that was doing in regards to her mental state as well, because she wanted to push, she wanted to deliver. She was dealing with a lot.
Just mentally I was exhausted by the time I got here.
She's pretty good at kind of just blocking it out when it comes to a race run, but there's more to a race week than just a race run.
Make it through the final.
After the race, I'm fuming. Like, I know where I can be. So to be where I am, I'm fucking angry.
He qualified for 7, maybe 8 finals in a row. So having a rider in finals in the elite men's category every week is really important for a top tier World Series team.
All I wanted to do this year was be consistent. And that being in the finals like 8 times in a row or whatever it is, consecutively, is a win for me. Yeah, it's better than I expected this year and I'm super proud of what I've done so far.
I think what we've seen is this year we've seen a healthy Ollie. He's wanted to prove himself and I think he's done that, and I think he has solidified himself as one of those top 20 riders in the world.
Too many mistakes. Maybe I tried to go a little bit too fast. Yeah. And I didn't feel as good as in practice as in qualification yesterday. But that's how it is. Exactly.
Daisy view.
she's moved backwards now. Seagrave needs to get a move on here if she wants to get into the hot seat. This could be absolutely stellar if she can find a bit more.
Come on.
It was so close to being so good.
That's good though, man. That's good.
Although it's still not a result that I would love, it's just nice to feel that you're on the up.
She still solidified another top 10 result. And the way she dealt with it.
Start of the year, I actually felt like I was going down, so it's just cool to feel like you're going up again. Even if it's not like you haven't got to the place you want to get to yet. And it's a shame it's so late in the year. But
it was another proof of her finding her feet again at another race and moving forward and progressing.
I was riding a bit conservative and a little bit scared. I didn't have like the oomph to want to go and get it. I just think you could tell I was visibly tired, but I was just so happy to have got the weekend out of the way.
As we're packing up and getting everything ready to leave and move on to MSA, Ollie's kind of running around frantically. And at that point,
he got a phone call from his partner to say that she'd gone into hospital with contractions and their expectant baby was on the way. So Ollie had to scramble to get himself a flight home as soon as possible, and he's gone. Bye-bye. See you, Ollie, as well.
Bye.
So here we are at Mont-Sainte-Anne, last race of the season. Tahnee has had a very successful and slightly up and down year. We're going into the last race, second in the overall behind Valley, who's already wrapped up the overall, is possible. So it's Gracie in second, Tahnee in third at the moment. But I think the most kind of prestigious accolade she's aiming for is 4 World Cup wins in a season, which would be the most ever for Tahnee, and would be the most in this season, which has probably been the most competitive season of women's racing ever, I think. Nice way to end it if possible.
I also do need that competitive drive. If I lack of like something big to win, I find it really hard to focus. So like I'm equal on wins with Gracie. I've got no chance in the overall now because Benny's won that, but I can get 4 wins, so that would be like, that's a great point of focus for me. Any competitive drive is a good drive for me, so I'll just use that as fuel.
MSA is a beast.
I just like it there, and the track's cool, and I think it kind of suits my riding. Such a big track. With like, you don't really get any let up. And you're like, oh, the fast sections you can chill, take the opposite. You're just focusing so hard.
Et 5e place pour Martin.
No matter what position I'm in, mentally or physically, it's a switch that I've always had my entire life. I will give 110%.
Big mistake in the rocks for sure. Oh, it's going to be tight, huh?
There we go, 10.
11th, we're out. Q2.
Pom-Pom hasn't crossed the line.
Q2, she's 11th now on my phone.
Tahnee did not make it through Q1. Tahnee comes down, she doesn't stop for a moment next to myself and Tony. She just straight past, straight back to the pits.
We've done everything that we can for her, but ultimately it's going to be up to her. You know, the back's been so bad since Lenzerheide. You don't know? Nothing.
My back?
Yeah, no, I get that. So it was just your back.
Some things are just plain stupid. I feel like this is one.
Things don't go up.
Yeah, but then I just feel like a disappointment to you guys because everyone's like, come on, you got this, come on. Technically, what am I trying to gain? A fucking number second place in the overall. Like, if it was for first, then fine, yeah, I'd grit through. But what's the fucking point? I can't drop from third. Like, I can't. It's impossible. So why would I end my season on just feeling like shit? It's not like I'm going to wake up and some miracle I'm going to feel fine tomorrow. I think I've reached the very, very limit of emotional and physical pain. Like, I've just, this whole second part of the season, I've just been getting through. But then nothing's ever impossible, that's the thing. But to get to that mindset is just, I don't have it anymore. I feel like the second part of the season, that's all I've been doing. Leger, Chambry, Lenzerheide, Lake Placid. I've had to like really, really dig deep for every single one of those races. And then something like Lenzerheide happens and you win, like everyone thinks you're all good. And even your own brain's like, oh, I'm all good.
The goal is to win. If you know you can't win, then it's definitely pretty hard on her.
Is this worth it? Like, look what I've achieved through the season, look what I've done.
It's your decision at the end of the day.
Well, that's it then.
And in the grand scheme of things, it was not worth the risk. And we were all so proud of Tahnee from her year.
We were looking at all the kind of positives to take out of the season if she didn't go and race. And there's actually a huge list of massive achievements that both her and the team have done.
You've put in so much effort. Like, I know it because I've done the same as you, but since, January, we've just been non-stop doing stuff. Yeah. An incredible amount of work has gone in.
She's just done, the back's done. She's completely cooked and she just thinks it's too much risk.
She's one of the best athletes, in my opinion, that I've ever met. And knows herself probably better than a lot of other people know their bodies. So if you don't feel 100% confident getting to that race next day, then you just got to trust that's the right decision that she's going to make.
In the end, a pretty easy decision. It's just really tough on the ego at the time to be like, I'm stepping away, so.
I woke up race morning it's just me and Marty to perform today. And I was like, that got me fired up. Even though I didn't finish MSA in the way I wanted to, it was nice to feel as though I was going in the right direction, and I feel like I was starting to build again and I had a lot more confidence in myself.
Obviously it's a lot of frustration, a lot of time away from home, a lot of sacrifices, a lot of commitment. Also all the practice run, you know, through the week, qualification, it's a massive build-up. And you just expect to be at your best and do the best run possible. It just didn't happen, and that's how it is, that's racing, up and downs. Like, I think we've been through so much up and downs.
Good bike, make it better. We can do this.
Andy doing about the same thing a couple of days ago. So where's that feels like Charlie Hampton lost his uphill.
Yeah, but it's a good season overall, man. That's what you got to know. It's a builder. You've got to look at it like that. You can't be disappointed. Have exactly the same with fucking Tahnee, Phoebe, everyone. Come on, we've done so fucking well.
Yeah, that's it. The season is over. Get it for sure, but it's part of the game. And
I have so much admiration for Martin Mace. Like, now working with him for a year, the way he was at the end of Mont-Sainte-Anne, it's exactly the way I run the team. We have way too much passion and no intelligence whatsoever. It's just purely because, you know, you're here to win races. And that's what you wanted to do. To see the passion that you had at the finish line was fucking sensational.
No, I'm a racer.
This season and it's just been amazing, simply. I think this is what I'm the proudest about this season, is how much we've learned facing like the unknown, to performing and not knowing how to qualify, to a few top 10s over the season, 2 top 5, 1 podium. That makes me really proud of all the work we've achieved with the team, but also with Orbea.
You know, my sports psychologist said I'm gonna have to get the message out, but there's more to life than racing, and there's more to racing bikes than putting your life on the line every time, so pushing your limits. When I got that through, I was kind of like, you know, when you have a step back and put it into perspective, like I said, we've had such an amazing season. We've pushed through a lot.
It was a big year. 2025 was a big year. I've been in situations this year and had feelings and like emotions that like I didn't even know I kind of had. I think I just learned a lot about the way I probably deal with things. Maybe sometimes not in the best way.
Phoebe has learned so much from this year in regards to setting those expectations and chasing false expectations, and because she's come out of it stronger, because she's come out of it aware and accepting of all of that, I think we're going to see an even more refined and exceptional athlete in Phoebe Gale as we go into 2026.
I'm just happy that I've been through this now, and I do feel like it is definitely going to make me a better person, an athlete. Like, I definitely do believe that.
You know, when it all comes together for her, it's a really good weekend, and it's kind of where she expects herself to be, and we all expect her to be. So I was really pleased with how she did round out the season, especially in Mont-Sainte-Anne.
Jumped that place in the overall as well.
Did I?
Ninth.
That's better.
Yeah.
Ninth in the world. In the world.
In the whole entire planet. No, 9th in the world.
The perspective that we have now at the end of the season of 2025 to where we were this time last year is kind of mind-blowing.
To go from the complete unknown of entering Mont-Sainte-Anne 2024 without a contract, without a deal, to leaving Mont-Sainte-Anne 2024 with the initial deal signed with Orbea, to coming into 2025, winning the first race in Poland, to getting to Mont-Sainte-Anne 2025 and being completely and utterly disappointed because our expectations had risen so high. So that's like 12 months ultimate progression.
There was a hope for a top 3 in the overall, and we didn't get there. But I think now that everyone's like calmed down and we've looked at the whole year itself, we've realised that this is way more than what we ever expected, actually.
We dropped down at Mont-Sainte-Anne from 4th to 5th in the overall team standings.
So to finish in that position as opposed to last year where I think we were 8th maybe, it's a massive, massive achievement for the team as a whole, which is the biggest thing. Every rider's got their own kind of individual achievements, but when you do well as a team, it shows that everyone's working really well together, everyone's doing well, because you can't win a team overall without the whole team being good.
It's blown me away in regards to what's been achieved. Not only what's been achieved in one season, but for FMD Racing as a whole, we've hit elements of achievements and performances that FMD Racing has never had before.
We got 5 World Cup podiums this year. We got Team of the Day in Andorra, and we had 2 men in the top 10 5 times. That's one hell of a year. For a first year as well, on a brand that hasn't been in downhill before.
Maybe I just haven't had time to kind of digest it. This year has been so much about focusing on the present and ticking off the boxes that we needed to, and trying to get all the feedback to Orbea, because we want the bike to be one of the fastest in the world. So it's like so much going on, which makes the wins just feel unreal.
It was, yeah, an incredible year of watching the team grow and seeing what we can achieve.
You can't write a marketing proposal if we're going to turn up first double-decker lorry on the scene, right? I didn't think that was going to happen. You know, we're going to unveil a bike after winning our first race, right? This is what we're going to do. Imagine somebody would look at that and go, "F off, Tony, seriously? Bollocks, we're not giving you money for that, that's no way."
Oh my God! Well done.
Sometimes you do get a perfect.
Unbelievable. It's actually unbelievable what we've achieved, and we've got to, at some point, somebody's got to turn around and go, yeah, we did all right. That's where I'm going to end that, because that was pretty good.
Thank you for watching How We Roll Season 4. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, thanks for watching. See you next year. I'll be grey. I'll be greyer by then.
Thank you for watching How We Roll, presented by FMD Racing. See you next year.
So looking back at the whole year of 2025, are you glad that you didn't have to shut FMD Racing down at the end of 24?
No, I should have shut it down and gone on holiday. I'm f***ed, man.